If you're interested in applying to Oxford or Cambridge but wondering what the workload's like, I'm going to have a little talk to you about what my experience has been. So I'm Izzy and I've just finished my second year studying law at Cambridge, so some of this advice will only apply to humanities or specifically law, but it'll hopefully give you a general idea of how much work you have to do in the week. So in first year I had 4 papers which I studied throughout the whole year, and then in second year it's moved up to 5 papers. For each paper I have about 2 lectures for them a week, so in total about 10-11 hours of lectures, and usually 2 or 3 supervisions as well in the week. Those supervisions obviously need preparation, so we're sent a reading list, and for law it'll typically be a chapter or a couple of chapters from a textbook, some suggested cases which we're meant to read fully but I don't necessarily, and some articles to read, but those are usually if you have time or to come back for during exam season. How long it takes to prepare for a supervision really depends, and it also depends on how much time you have. If you have half a day to prepare, you will somehow do it in that half a day, but if you have 4 days to prepare, it will somehow take those 4 days. Each term, for each paper, I would usually have 2 pieces of written work due, so in the whole term that's 8 pieces, and they vary in how long they take. If it's for law, a problem question, you might be able to bash this out a little bit quicker, but essays usually do take quite a few hours. It is true that we are kept very busy, especially for STEM people who have labs during the day, so then they have to do their supervision preparation after that. However, again, it's thinking about your priorities and how you want to spend the day. So say I'm spending about 11 hours at lectures and then 2 or 3 hours at supervisions. The rest of my time usually is spent preparing for supervisions, and that does include Saturdays and Sundays as well. And another thing to note is that some STEM students at particularly Cambridge do also have lectures on a Saturday, and I've heard of some supervisions on a Sunday as well. Exam term is a lot different as it's a lot more high pressure, and there was one week that I racked up 70 hours on Flora, which was not my proudest moment, but it's very different compared to term time where you can take it a little bit more chill as you're learning the content. The workload is intense, but something you just get used to, and it shouldn't put you off applying. You might have a different lifestyle, but you can make it work if you sort out your priorities and get organised.